2, 1, and welcome everybody back to the Built Different Show. This is episode number 128 of our sports edition to a different conversation. I am your host, Thomas Saxby. I'm here with my other lovely co-hosts. We got Kem, we got Matt, and as always, we are here every fucking Saturday just for you. So with that being said, I say we just dig right in. How are my fellas doing? Let us know how you guys are doing. What's on the top of your mind? Who wants to start this thing off?
Matt, what's up, man? Kick us off.
All right, I'll run it. So, I'm always doing good out here, man. Hardworking, man. 10-hour trips every day got me tired. But, hey, I'm on vacation this upcoming week, so I got energy. So I've been keeping y'all updated over the last couple months. WNBA stuff, the CBA, them complaining about not getting money, then the front offices and the corporate side of it backlash. And so recently, Fisa Collier came out, had a little press conference talking about how she had a sit down with the commissioner, Kathy Edinburgh or some shit like that, and say,
good enough.
Yeah, good enough. Eldinburg, something.
Ellen DeGeneres, Philby.
Generous. And so one of the things she had brought up to Kathy was that what is she going to do about the officiating issues all around the league? And the reply that Kathy then hit her back with is, well, only the losers are the ones complaining about the refs. And that is a wicked statement. And so within the conversation, rough conversation, Nafisa also brings up that players like Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, Bukers, these young players in their first and second years, they're bringing such highlight to the league, such press, such revenue, but their rookie contracts are so little. And what Kathy then replied with was, Caitlin Clark should be grateful she makes $2 million off the court because the WNBA gives her the platform, and if it wasn't for them, she wouldn't have anything. Now, real quick, before Caitlin Clark stepped onto an WNBA floor, just finished her collegiate season, got drafted, but hadn't played a single game yet. Ice Cube, owner, CEO of the Big Three League, he offered her $5 million to just participate in part of the league. And then once she was like, nah, I want to start my WNBA career, he upped it to $15 million plus for 10 weeks of full play, plus ownership stakes, plus merchandising and sponsorship revenue. That is probably more than she will ever make in the WNBA for like salary contract wise. And she denied it because she wanted to play in your league. And you're over here saying she should be lucky. And also you said something about the players should be on their knees kissing the ground you walk on because the media contracts, the media deals you made, like, it's crazy. Like, she's in over her head. There's already rumors that once everything with the CBA is done, she's out. Yeah. So what do you guys think on that?
I mean, my take is kind of short on this because I think it's plain and simple. I think WNBA needs an overhaul of their front office anyway. I think literally the people that are in place there are just in place just to fucking be in place because WNBA has never had this kind of I don't want to say popularity because they're still not as popular as they could be, but like they haven't had this surge of players,
marketability.
Yeah, there you go. So I don't think that anybody in that front office probably even knows how to fucking handle this. And I think they really desperately need to wipe that entire front office clean, get some new people in there because they're getting all this money from the NBA. They're getting all of this eyes on their product. They need people that actually not only know what they're doing, but actually respect what the fuck is going on. Because how are you as not only one, a female, but two, leading the leader of the WNBA in a sense, gonna say some stupid stuff like that? Like, you're just gonna sit here and disrespect all the players that are even like, no one would even care about those press conferences if it wasn't for those players. No one would have even batted an eye. People would have just laughed. Like, who cares? You know what I mean? Like, if we were like 5 years ago, that wouldn't have even been a headline. So that's really just my only take is, WNBA needs a new front office. And it's crazy at this point. Like I think this CBA negotiation, they're gonna be silly. I hope it doesn't last too long because it's gonna kill the steam that they have right now.
Right.
But I think they'll figure it out at hopefully at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, listen, man, I have not too much. I think both of you guys made very, very good points, not too far from one another at all. You know what I mean? All in the same vein. I think that one of the things that I'll just kick off where, as Tom kicked off where you were, I'll just kick off where Tom left off. Like the marketability factor, exactly that. They do not have a front office that is actually current. You know what I mean? To deal with the type of players that they have. You know what I mean? The NBA went through the same thing. And then remember David Stern came in and Michael Jordan essentially kind of took over from the Bird and Magic era. You know what I mean? I mean, it was a complete overhaul where it became player empowerment and, he became the face, you know what I mean, all over the world. This is the same thing I believe that is going to happen with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese. It's a great thing, you know what I mean, because both of these women outside of the WNBA, you see what the marketability is for them, that it's kind of crazy that Caitlin Clark is totally galvanizing through the sport of basketball, and Angel Reese is actually a character that you would assimilate to outside of basketball as well. So it's pretty cool what they actually bring to the sport. You know what I
Yep.
mean? And it does need to be promoted and marketed in a totally different way. I think everything that was said, even though it was behind closed doors, we never know the full facts. But she did not actually backpedal away from anything that Nafisa said at all. I love Asia Wilson. You know what I mean? Having a press conference right at the day
Congratulations to
after
her getting another MVP.
you know
Oh
what I
yeah,
mean? Without a
Most
doubt.
MVPs.
They actually start their series tonight. You know what I mean? Shout out to the ladies, them in Phoenix. You know what I mean? Let's
hell
get
yeah.
a good series. Her and Alyssa Thomas. You already know it's going to be a great thing there. But I appreciate you guys. You know what I mean? Bringing up that, man. Tom, do you want to go ahead and give us your take real quick? Because I
Yeah.
got something I want to do, man. I'm gonna do something a little
Oh
different.
shit.
All right. Oh,
Once you
different.
guys
We're
give
being
y'all take.
different. I like it.
Yeah, yeah,
No,
yeah. Being different, man.
I kind of just I wanted to highlight the Warriors off season, man. I just
Hmm.
as much as I want to sit here and believe, this Warriors dynasty has a little bit of gas left, can win another one. I really don't know anymore, man. I think it's a mess. Matt, you kind of highlighted it before we opened the episode. They're going into this currently as we sit with 10 players, which means that they're going to have to fill 5 of those seats with people from, that don't even probably belong on the court basically.
Hmm.
They gave Al Horford a multi-year deal. I
Hmm.
thought like one, I thought he retired. Two, I don't know who the fuck is giving him a multi-year deal at this point, but hats off to them. But the whole Kuminga situation, I think, is a joke.
Bucket.
Do I think Kuminga has some fault in the situation? Yes. But at the same time, when it comes down to it, Steve Kerr has said some terrible things about Kuminga basically this whole time. I think
Hmm.
there was no maturity in that situation, and as a front office,
Hmm.
instead of adding fuel to the fire, I feel like you should have put that fire out, whether it was trading
Hmm.
Kuminga or telling Kerr to just shut the fuck up and play one of the best players that you have on your team. With that being said, I think this Warriors front office is bad news for them. Ever since Bob Meyer stepped down and Mike Dunleavy has came in, they're not doing what got the Warriors there in the first place. What got the Warriors there in the first place was doing what needed to be done to put a championship team on the floor, and we saw that very pinpointed in their last championship that they won. When they slid in
Hmm.
Andrew Wiggins and they did all that other stuff to make sure that they can go on that run. I don't really see it. I'm sorry, I don't see it. Even Jimmy Butler's, I just he's already hurt. I just don't see it, man.
Hmm.
Yeah, I think
Uh,
when it comes to you're having Al Horford as probably your starting center for the
Which is
foreseeable
so rough.
future. It's either Al Horford or Draymond. So either way, you're undersized, they're older, and that's just interesting. Like you said, 10 players, interesting. They had a deal where they could have traded Kuminga for Malik Monk in a first or two, and they said no to that. I'm pretty sure that was at the deadline, and they said no. That probably would have been the best route for them. Gives you an elite shooter with Curry, gives you two firsts, which you don't have much of. Um, and yeah, I don't know what they're doing. They're, in my opinion, wasting Curry's last couple good years with just whatever they have on the court. Yeah, Jimmy Butler, he can step it up, and he can turn on that mode. But year by year goes on, he's getting older. How much of that does he have left? Draymond, obviously, always been a liability offensively, great defensively. So I don't got much faith in this team to do much.
Yeah, I'm gonna be short and sweet with mine, man. Listen, man, I think that this episode is probably gonna be named front offices, just to be honest with you, right? Because it's back to back that we win on these, right? Like real
Yes.
talk, right? And in all truth, right, man, I think that like in most situations, I think that the message is falling on deaf ears. I think the relationship with Steve Kerr and the front office needs to be severed, and there needs to be a complete overhaul in San Francisco, Oakland, the Bay, however you want to enunciate it these days. You understand what I'm saying? But it needs to be done over with. You know what I mean? Bringing in Seth Curry, you know what I mean? Y'all didn't mention him. You know, they
Oh
brought
yeah,
Seth in.
yeah.
You know what I mean? They did bring him in. You know what I mean? So I guess they're bringing in shooters. You know what I mean? They got Al Horford. You know what I mean? So I don't know, man.
He led the league in 3-point percentage last year.
Yeah, man, that's something that, you know what I mean, I don't even want to touch. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I don't think that they have a snowball's chance in hell right now. We need to do something about as people and who love the sport. We need to call for, like Matt just said, or both of you, I think, just said about Seth Curry's final years. Like, he does not need to be done like this. He needs to be surrounded by a different group with his allegiance to his organization. You know what I mean? And willing to live and die, you know what I mean, in that gold and blue or yellow and blue. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, man, put a little bit more investment in
Well, because it's an
the
awkward
absence of Bob Myers.
situation, man. Because
Yeah,
like Steph
yeah,
wants to end with the Golden State Warriors, but the
yes,
Warriors are going down
yes,
this path where it's like they're not
yes,
giving
come on.
him a
Yeah,
real like. Can they go on a run? Of course they can go on a run. It's fucking Steph and Jimmy
yes,
Butler and them. But
yeah,
the likelihood of that happening is
come on, bro.
like last year, bro. Steph got hurt like in the most
That's
And
what
that's
crucial
it.
time. You know what I
I
mean?
And that's it.
going on that run, and at the end of that run, Steph not being injured is so slim. Or
And
Jimmy
he had to
not
put,
being injured, or
Yeah.
Draymond not being injured,
yes.
or Hal
And
Horford
they,
getting through
yes.
without being injured.
Yes.
So like,
Yes. And they had to put, so listen, what we would need to also look at, and I'm not going to say people, what we should also look at is how much they put into getting acclimated with one another and trying to win at the same time.
yeah,
That's why he got hurt. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they put a lot into that. Them dudes is old, man. You understand what I'm saying? Like, again, we may get some flashes or lightning in the bottle throughout the season. You understand what I'm saying? Because of the cohesion that has happened. But at the end of the day, man, like, come on, man. They don't got enough horses in the stable, you know what I mean, for the
Because
West
I
right
mean,
now.
like,
Like,
how
they don't
can
have enough horses in the stable.
sit here and like legit with a straight face say that in a 7-game series the Warriors would even sniff the Thunder? You know what I mean?
No.
Or like
Yeah,
even
man.
like some of these other teams. But
Mm-hmm.
Ken, what's on the top of your mind, man?
So listen, man, I really appreciate my guys. And listen, first of all, I'm gonna put this out here just like that, man. I ride for these boys just so everybody know, but I want to do something different,
I
man.
would hope
Nah,
so,
real
man.
talk, man.
Hell yeah.
Real talk, man. I want to reintroduce y'all to us, man. Straight like that. We already gave some takes, but I literally want to reintroduce y'all to us. Please make sure y'all like, subscribe. You know what I mean? Join the conversation and all that. Remember, I'm Kim the OG. You know what I mean? I'm the OG in the room, right? But what I love to do is bring decades of receipts, perspective, and passion. With me, you already know, man, we got my guys, Tom and Matt, 2 millennial and the Gen Z here, right? Like, because you know what I mean? They hugging the line. That's why I asked y'all them questions I asked earlier, man, because I was kind of putting this together, right? But listen, with their voices, the energy, the research, and the fire takes, we keep each other on our toes. Together, we not your average panel, man. We dig deeper, find obscure angles, and call out lazy-ass narratives and give you opinions that are strong. You understand? Honest and straight from the heart. You're going to laugh. You're going to argue with us, but you're always going to leave with something new to think about. If you love sports like we do, it's unfiltered and unmatched. Then you're in the right place. This is a different fucking conversation. Get up. And this is what I'm going to do one time. All right? Listen, if you love sports like us, get with this. With that, I'm just going to go into this, man. The NBA and the NBL in Melbourne, Australia. We got to hit my man question that he asked on the last episode. We got to see Zion Williamson and Trey Murphy. I don't know if y'all got to tap into that game.
Zion looks good, bro.
Listen, man, all right? We got to see the athleticism with the body. All he needs to do now is kind of like I was thinking. We actually got to see it. If he put together like a pound a pound dribble and a tween or something and put a jump
Mhm.
shot instead of, because he has that damn explosiveness that he can take advantage of at any given time. And what it also looks like is when he gets down in the paint, even though these are Australians, but it's something else that we haven't really been
Basketball
able to
though.
see.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. It's
Yeah.
something that we haven't been able to see him not like really running out of the paint. You understand what I'm saying? But actually waiting and feeling. You understand what I'm saying? Like it looked really good. So at the end of the day, let's see how these guys look when they get all their horses. But I wanted to make sure that I reintroduce everybody to us and start off with what we ended off last week with, talking about, you know what I mean, Zion Williamson in the NBA on
Yeah. I
Ozempic.
mean, real quick to jump into the Zion thing, because I want to, that was beautiful, Ken. You made me blush a little
hmm
bit. That was great.
hmm hmm
But with the Zion thing, man, I mean, I think at the end of the day, people cannot forget that Zion is one of the best athletes on this planet. To be injured as much as he's been injured and to still come back as good as he is every single time he comes back, once he figures this out, once he figures this health thing out, where he wants to be weight wise, where he exactly wants to be, I think the league's in trouble, because this dude is a very naturally talented basketball player, and you could see it. It's like Kem said, all these moves he's kind of adding to his repertoire now that he's lost weight is insane. Like, his footwork is so much better now that he's lost that weight. And again, yeah, it is against Australians, but it's basketball at the end of the day. He's going to be looking to do this shit on an actual court. So whether it's in New Orleans, whether it's somewhere else, I think at some point Zion's going to catch his stride, and he's really going to take this league by storm, because he's just one of those naturally gifted raw athletes that's just going to be good no matter fucking what.
Yeah, his point of attack. Let him just get some more moves at that point of attack, man, and it's going to be
Yeah.
crazy for him. And then then Murphy, man, like Trey Murphy, man, like him hitting them threes and him going to the cup was something new, instead of just roaming around that 3-point line. You understand what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
literally trying to get to the basket and getting two-handed dunks. You know what I mean? Two-handed dunks means something. You know what I mean? Like that's emphasis, extra emphasis. So like that comfortability, you know what I mean, to be able to see that with how pure that three is from him anyway. I can't wait to see how they look. You know what I mean? Fully healthy as well. They look.
And I'll give
We
one
started
more
talking
quick
about Golden
take.
State. Those are guys
Yeah, and I'll
going to
give
be
one more
okay.
quick take before Matt goes. And I think, a lot of it's I think, what Zion did this offseason, I think he just put his head down and really just kind of got to it. We heard the storylines and stuff at the beginning of the summer, but then we kind of just didn't hear nothing about Zion. I think he's taken another
Mm-hmm.
step in leadership as well. And I think a lot of that, we can give a hats off to Willie Green. Willie Green's been working with these players for years.
Yeah.
He's a phenomenal head coach. And I just can't wait till this Pelicans team can find a stride with health. If they would have found it with
Mm-hmm.
CJ McCollum and Ingram and Zion, I believe they could have made noise. But this team right here, I think, with how fast they are and how fast they can be, I think they can really surprise some folks. But my bad, Matt. Go ahead.
No, you good. And just real quick, let me just my boy Kemet,
All right.
man, my boy Kemet. That was perfectly said. We love you, my boy. So everything you guys are saying for Zion, 100% true. I think realistically, it's just him learning his spots with where he's at now, where he can get a quick step on people, the angles of the court, and just add a little finesse to his game, bro. And he's 2 years ago, Thomas. We were having a ranking mid-season, or maybe going into a season, I don't remember. And you literally were saying by the end of the season, Zion's going to be a top 10 player, and you were like without hesitation. If he can keep his shit together, stay
Yeah.
healthy, and maybe bring this team to the playoffs, 100% he could do that. And this is the best chance we can see Zion doing it, because that team is deep as fuck.
Deep.
That team has so many guys. Yeah, they're not like you don't have a big three on this team, but you have 11 to 12 guys that you can send out there at any
They've
given
just
time.
never had luck health wise. That's literally
Yeah,
all it's been.
so
And
I think
that's
your
probably
take
why they got so
was
many people.
perfect. Yeah, 100%.
Mhm.
Yeah, man. So moving a little bit further into episode, some recent headlines. So Matt, you wanted to talk about it, so I'm gonna give you the opportunity. Bad
Excuse me.
Bunny was
Mm.
named as the Super Bowl halftime performer. Crazy how it even sparked a whole bunch of debates, because I mean, me personally, I think it's cool. Like, Bad Bunny's cool. You
Right.
know what I mean? Like, he knows how to work a crowd. I think that's what they're looking for. They're looking for someone, because like, I'm not saying like Kendrick was a bad halftime Super Bowl performer, but like, people are like, they weren't really, ready for that shit. You know what I mean? Like they weren't ready for Kendrick to come and actually spit some real bars. So like it wasn't as energetic as it could be. And I think they're
Here we go.
fully focused. Well, no, I think it could be
Mhm.
said like the crowd was kind of dead while shit was,
Uh-huh.
while Kendrick was doing his
Oh
thing.
yeah.
Because
So,
like
Uh-huh.
more than half the crowd don't even fucking care about Kendrick because they're fucking white,
Mhm.
rich fucking bastards.
Mhm.
But like, you know
Mhm.
what I mean? At the end of the day, like when it comes to Bad Bunny, they're looking for hype. They're looking for like, crazy ass beats. They're looking for some crazy shit. So I don't think
Mhm.
it's a bad choice. People are just gonna bitch about anything at this point. So
Yes,
yeah.
that point, that part.
Bad Bunny is a top 3 streamed artist in the world.
Yeah, yeah,
He's one of the best selling artists of the last
yeah,
years.
yeah,
He literally just had an Amazon special
yeah,
for a concert.
yeah.
Like this motherfucker puts
He
up
did it
enough.
for like 30 straight days at the same
Yeah,
place.
and also let's bring into account people. He's foreign. He's American. Puerto
He's Puerto
Rico
Rican.
is part of America. I
Yeah,
don't get the disconnect here. It's been over part of America for 120 some odd years.
I
I
was
don't
just
get
there.
yeah, like motherfucker. Yeah, learn. You got 6 months, 5 months, whatever it is, 4 months. I might be off. Go on Duolingo, my boy. Like, learn some Spanish if you really want to. And if you don't gotta learn some Spanish, I know Bad Bunny songs. I don't speak that much Spanish anymore. Like, so I don't get where people are boycotting it. There's like a bunch of people saying they'll pull sponsorships. There's just like I don't get what the fuck is going on. He's one of the biggest artists in the world, and the NFL for the last better part of a decade has been trying to expand. They have games in
Mhm.
London, Mexico, Brazil, Germany. Like,
Germany.
bro,
Mhm.
like, what are we talking about? This is gonna help expand the game to other cultures. So I don't get the whole negative side of this.
I do.
He's Puerto Rican and he speaks Spanish. That's
Yeah,
literally
and that's it. Like
that.
you, like so. Wait. So okay, we love the game. We're culturally diverse. Okay, but the NBA is a white institution. Okay, like
NFL.
yeah, excuse me. The NFL is a white institution. Okay.
And
The
that was
craziest thing
my
about it.
point to the
Here's
Kendrick
the
part.
yes, it's a white institute. Okay, thank you. Now to that same point, Matt is absolutely correct. Puerto Rico is America, but the first language is Spanish. All of Bad Bunny's music is in Spanish. So at the end of the day, it's going to be a cultural disconnect for the climate that we live in now. You understand what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
that's why we are even having the conversation. You know what I mean? Because it's so divided, you know what I mean? Now, it's exactly right. Bad Bunny makes music that without a question, you do not have to speak Spanish. You will move your ass, you will
You know
shake
what
your
I mean?
feet. You understand what I'm saying? Like without a
Right.
question. But I do believe that to just kind of give the perspective, you know what I mean, on why they're like that. With me being older, I also know how older people feel. And if they felt the way, they're going to continue to feel that way. You know what I mean? And how things have always been blocked in the NFL. We see it every year with Jerry Jones. The power that most owners have, we don't never really hear about, but we see, you know what I mean, the debacle of how actual Jerry Jones treats people. So when you see this, and know that this is a institution that he actually just has ownership in, you know what I mean? Come on, man, that's what the hell they on.
Yeah,
Don't get
no,
me on the political rant, but at the end of the day, I appreciate Jay-Z who actually runs that, who actually has a hand in that department for the Super Bowl for
Yeah.
picking the actual artists. You know what I mean? Like he keeps them on the pulse of what's going on in the world. As all the stats that you already said about what he has being the, like shit,
Yeah.
he sold 100 million records, bro.
And I
Like, you know what I mean?
think,
Like it's
and
crazy. Like
to
what are
go
you
back to what Matt said, he's one of the biggest artists, and I think at this
in the
point we can
world?
say ever. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
that's what the Super Bowl halftime show is about,
Yes.
bringing
Yes.
big talents to the
Yes.
big stage. Like you go back
Mm-hmm.
and look, I mean, like was anybody really, fucking hyped about Katy Perry at the fucking, the halftime show? No, but
Mm-hmm.
she knows how to put on a show, and she's a fucking huge ass star. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
she was an icon at the time.
hell yeah.
She was a literal
Yeah,
icon
like
at the time.
Justin Timberlake randomly popping up at it,
Yeah.
like 50 Cent and the whole fucking crew, like just shit like that. Like
Yes.
that's
But
the
that was
goal,
because of Dr. Dre and Eminem and how
yeah,
much they actually sold and how many people
Yeah.
right,
relate to them. So it actually correlates with the Bad Bunny pick. You know what I'm saying? Because they're only picking people who are highly successful. You know what I mean?
Shakira
At this point.
performed at one, and she was speaking
Yes.
Spanish too. Like, I don't want to hear
Yes.
this shit. No, I
Yeah.
100% agree with what you're saying, though.
Mm-hmm.
100%. I
But
just
she
don't
did that
want to
song
use
where
that as
she.
a damn excuse. We
Yeah,
all
and
adults.
yeah,
It's
Yeah.
music, and he's one of the biggest artists of all time, especially of right now.
Yeah.
These
and
old
And I don't want to.
facts.
I don't want to do this right now, but I have to say it. Y'all have to understand though, too, y'all, that like half of these motherfuckers that they're still holding on just like the president of the United States. So if people got money, you understand what I'm saying,
Oh
and
yeah,
they got any hand or any stake in anything, they acting like how the motherfuckers acting that
yeah,
is running this
that's a
shit.
good point.
You understand what I'm saying?
That's a great
So
point.
at the end of the day, you understand what I'm saying? Like we just seeing what old devilish motherfuckers do.
And
You
that's
Yeah,
know
the
what I
thing.
man.
mean? Like,
15 minutes of
mhm,
people's time. That halftime show
mhm.
was 15 fucking
Bro, the
minutes.
halftime
Yes.
show is
Pure
literally meant for
entertainment.
you to take a fucking break from football
Yeah,
anyway. So,
like
Yes.
like,
people need to. This shit needs to relax. And also, the Kendrick
Yes.
Lamar one last year was a top 5 Super Bowl halftime performance of all time.
Yes.
oh no, and that
Yes.
look, bro, I
Hey,
absolutely agree. I'm not saying the performance was
no, I'm
bad,
not
but you
saying
can
it is.
tell the energy in the stadium wasn't where it
Yeah,
should be because it's
because
just a bunch
half of
of
them
fucking
didn't even
white
know
folk.
the beef
Yeah,
was happening. Half of them didn't know the beef was happening. Half of them didn't
Mm-hmm.
understand
Mm-hmm.
Kendrick's music, the message he had with the controller
Yes.
and all that. Like
Yeah.
people just don't read into it, and they're just sitting there wanting to hear all these hits like Rihanna had, or all these
yeah.
hits like
Yeah.
Katy Perry had, Lady
Mm-hmm.
Gaga, and so on.
Mm-hmm.
I'll say Rihanna's gangster for doing it pregnant though. That was crazy.
Bro, and that was a great halftime show.
Yeah,
When
it was.
Rihanna was going
I
stupid, I
was
was
in my bag, bro.
yeah.
All right, so speaking of pregnant, Anthony Davis.
Oh,
Um,
Oh wow. Nice segue, bro.
Dallas equals that.
so yeah,
I'm just
real quick, man. I mean, Anthony Davis, he's tubby now. It looks like he's a little
Mm-hmm.
tubby. He's eating that Dallas food. Do we have any real concern about Anthony Davis?
uh
Not really.
no.
Long as he starts strong, play fast, and don't miss no time, you know what I mean,
That's
early,
it.
it don't matter. You know what I'm saying? That it does not matter. As long as he don't look sluggish, or break down like he's normally breaking down. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? It's all
Maybe he
right.
was just
Let's
like,
hope
fuck
we
it. Like
fall.
I'm staying in the
Mm-hmm.
best shape ever, and I just can't stay healthy. Maybe I'll just fucking let go and see what
He
happens.
yeah, I'll say he's upwards of 15 to 20 pounds more than he ever has been
Mm-hmm.
in on training day and everything. But or media day training day. Denzel over here. But fucking yeah, I just as long as he can stay healthy, it doesn't fucking matter. I just think it's funny because they get rid of the biggest star they've had because of
'Cause
his
he's
weight
fat.
issue and his condition. For
I
an
knew-
aging star who has been known to be injury prone, and then his first media day with the team, he's come in overweight of like what he's usually been, not overweight.
And I'll
Actually,
say though, I'll
yeah.
say if Anthony Davis could stay healthy, a fucking bigger Anthony Davis is scary as shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
Like, he
Anthony
is
Davis.
going to run through
Yeah.
defenses, bro. He is
Yeah.
going to dominate.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
Agility, endurance, you know what I'm saying, late in the games, you know what I mean? His ability to contest that it's always been Anthony Davis's superpower, you know what I mean? Like, come on, man. As long as all that stuff continues to be there, it does not matter.
yeah.
But he
now,
better be dominant.
real quick, Kem, did you when I had that segment for you to open the show? Was that what you just did? Was that what you had, or do you have something
Yes.
else? Okay.
No, that's all I really wanted to really
All right, cool.
well, I got a couple of
No,
things,
I mean
but
we could
okay,
bring it
go
back
ahead.
to there though, but
Uh-huh.
I wanted to bring it back to what Kem said. Big shout out to you guys. This is basically the team right now. We got maybe one, two other people, but
Shout out V Man.
yeah, we here every Saturday for you guys. We ain't going anywhere. I think we got a good little rhythm doing this every week now, to where I don't really see it stopping. But yeah, make sure you guys like, subscribe, stay on the train. As I always say, we got a lot of good things coming. I know I've said it. I've said in the past the inconsistencies are gonna stop, but we're finding our rhythm. We're actually doing big things this month. We got big things in the work. Make sure you guys stay tuned. Might be our second big rebrand that we do for the podcast, but it's for good reasoning. So definitely stay tuned on that front. We're just gonna be here cooking. It's like Kem said. We all have very, very different opinions. We all have very different, demographics. It's a good show to be a part of. It's a good train to be on. You know what I'm saying? But moving into the show, Matt, why don't you give us a blind ranking, man? Me and Ken been beefing over this blind ranking thing. Let's see what happens here.
Well, boys, I'm sorry to let you down because this is not a competitive one at all. This is
Fair.
not one where I feel like there's going to be a clear winner. This is just a funny one. This is going to be exotic stadium food.
Yeah, I'll beat
Okay.
Kem's ass in that one. Don't worry.
Okay. Let's see. Let's see.
All right,
Shows
Kem,
a lot
Kem
of
can go
games.
first.
Kem,
Yeah.
you're going to go first, big dog.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so up first. And this is sold at Progressive Field in Cleveland.
Okay.
The Fruit Loop mac and cheese dog. So it's a hot dog with mac and cheese
Yep.
on it with fruit
And
on
Fruit
it.
Loops.
Where you put that 1 through 5?
I'm gonna put that 3.
3. Okay, setting the bar.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so next up we have at Philly Stadium,
Okay.
S'mores quesadilla.
Yep. We're gonna go with the s'mores quesadilla as a solid number 4.
Solid number 4. You like the Fruit Loop and mac and cheese over it? Okay.
Yeah, I do.
All right. So this one is at Cowboys AT&T Stadium. We have the Frito Sundae, where it's literally just a sundae on top of some Fritos, which is wicked to me. But you get the salty sweet. You feel me?
Mm-hmm. That's a deuce. I like that. That's
Deuce.
2.
You like okay, all right.
Yeah, I like that.
So then next at Rangers Stadium, we have
especially with chocolate.
Yeah. We have the boomstick burrito, which is just a burrito that's 2 feet long.
Yeah, I've seen that.
Yeah.
I'm not into that. That's way too much food. We're gonna put that as 5. So
All right, 5. So number 1, I think you got a decent number 1. I'm not gonna lie. This is a lot though. This is sold at the Pirate Stadium. It is Cracker Jack and Mac dog. So it's
I ain't mad at that.
It's a hot dog topped with macaroni cheese, salted caramel sauce, fried jalapenos, Cracker Jacks, served on naan bread.
Yeah, I'm with that.
I like
I'm
that.
with that. I'm with that, bro.
Hell yeah. All
yeah,
right.
I'm with that. Yeah.
I think you did good. You got the Cracker Jack and Mac dog, 1, then Frito Sundae, then you got the Fruit Loop mac and cheese dog, then you have S'mores quesadilla, and then the boomstick burrito. I like
I'm with that. Yeah, I'm with that, bro. That was purely off a taste bud right there.
Yeah. I feel like Kem did pretty good, but again, all opinionative, you feel me? So now you're up. Remember, exotic stadium food.
Exotic.
So this one here is at Progressive Stadium in Cleveland. Fruit Loop mac and cheese dog. Hot dog with mac and cheese and Fruit Loops on top.
5. What the fuck?
5.
Who the fuck is eating that shit, bro? Like you watching football in the cold and you having a Fruit Loop mac and cheese hot dog? What the fuck?
Okay, all right. Next up, you got from Philly Stadium, S'mores quesadilla. Tortilla with some s'mores inside.
That don't sound like too. What kind? Is it like an actual physical tortilla, or is it like a snack tortilla?
It wasn't explained, but I would assume probably a snack tortilla.
That sounds fire. I'm gonna put that at 2.
That at 2. Okay.
You
That's
know
kind of where
s'mores are like some of my like fucking favorite things ever.
Right.
Yeah.
So next up, this is at Cowboys AT&T Stadium.
It's gonna be trash.
Dorito Sundae.
Dorito Sundae.
Fritos at the bottom with a sundae on top. Sweet, salt and sweet.
Yeah, that's a solid 4. I think at least that's somewhat better than the Fruit Loop mac and cheese hot dog bullshit, but it's still bullshit. And it's Cowboys, so
he wasn't fucking with it.
Bro, because who the fuck is sitting there the cold like, yeah, man, I really want a fucking Fruit Loop mac and cheese hot dog. Like, who the fuck was the first person that was just like, yeah, throw some Fruit Loops on that shit? Like,
all right, so next up,
I'm sorry.
This one is at Ranger Stadium. We have Boomstick Burrito, which is a 2-foot-long burrito.
Hell yeah.
I knew he was going to say that.
I feel like that's 1. Like,
you're on a diet, bud. No.
Well, you said Rangers is in baseball, right?
Yeah.
So I would get that first inning, and you just have a fucking burrito the whole time, all the way through.
All right, so that means your number 3 spot is the Cracker Jack and Mac dog, which is from the Pirate Stadium, which is a hot dog topped with mac and cheese, salted caramel sauce, fried jalapenos, Cracker Jacks, and served on a naan bread. That's fire. But you got it at 3. Kem had 1.
Caramel mixed with your mac and cheese?
That shit sound fire, gang.
on the jalapenos, caramel,
Oh yeah, got
Bro, that sounds
salt.
like you're not even gonna
yeah,
see the game, bro. As
yeah,
soon as you eat that, you
yeah.
in the
But
toilet.
that's the
Car-
thing. Though. You gotta
Caramel
eat that.
jalapenos is fire. Period.
I
You gotta
feel
eat
like I
that in
got a
a normal.
perfect
Caramel.
list.
You're gonna have to shit. Yeah, you
I,
can't
Well,
eat it.
we're gonna have to see what people decide.
All right, so yeah, that means Thomas had. Let me read it. He had the boomstick burrito number 1, s'mores quesadilla number 2. He had the Crack and Jack mac and cheese dog number 3. He had the Frito Sunday number 4 and the Fruit Loop mac and cheese dog number 5.
who does?
My shit was spun. Yeah, mine was spun around.
Wait, what was
Mine was
what was the fucking what stadium had the fucking Fruit Loop bullshit?
Progressive Field in Cleveland.
Oh yeah, Cleveland. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Okay, Ohio, they weird, man. Because that shit probably sells too.
Apparently it's one of their popular ones. Yeah.
Like, bro, Fruit Loops and mac and cheese. You have to be on crack
Apparently,
to come up with that combo.
they have a lot of good looking stuff, but like not like exotic, like random bullshit like that. Like apparently they have a lot of good stuff.
That was cool. That was a good live. What did
Oh
Ken
yeah,
have?
maybe next time I'll get something more competitive for you two to go head to head at.
Well, What did you have?
I had
his order.
Yeah.
5 was the burrito, 4 was the s'mores, 3 was the
Fruit Loop.
Fruit Loop, 2
was the
was
Frito
So
Sundae.
you saw the Fruit
was
Loop
the
first
Frito
and put it
Sundae.
3? You're crazy, man.
At the bar.
No,
At the bar.
no, I had that first and put it at 3 because I didn't know what he was gonna
Yeah,
do.
Matt be on that bullshit. I get it.
Yeah,
I get it.
And I fuck with the Fruit Loop mac and cheese dog, man. That shit.
But you ain't fucking with the big ass burrito?
No, that's too much for me. And then once the burrito get cold, I can't warm it up, so I don't like it like that.
Yo, imagine
like
trying to throw that
coffee.
long ass burrito in the microwave.
Yeah, it's like coffee, man. I can't drink coffee if it's
Just
not
over
hot.
here pinwheeling it throughout the fucking way.
Nah, you got a point though. But like, I mean, I just imagine just sitting there in a baseball game, just eat.
No,
You
that
just get
was
to
a
eat a
good-
burrito the whole time.
Yeah, with some
That was
beers.
a good reasoning that you said, Thomas.
Yeah.
You could eat it throughout the whole.
Yes.
But I forgot, like,
Yes.
it's gonna get cold. It's gonna get weird. Yeah, you right about that one.
Mm.
All right, so let's talk about the NBA because we're right around the freaking corner, man. Basketball is about to be back. I'm hyped for it. What are your guys' top storylines that you're looking forward to going into the NBA season? I'll honestly open this one up. My thing right here is, can the New York Knicks actually do it? Can they actually get it done? And what I mean by that is, can they actually get to the finals? If they win or lose, I feel like the finals is a little subjective because, you know, there could be a monster coming out of the West. But that's honestly a big storyline that I'm looking forward to. Can the Knicks actually dig deep and actually get it done? That's kind of the biggest thing. I mean, obviously, I'm a fucking Knicks fan, so that's why I'm looking forward to it. But if I was to pull myself away from that, it's like, as a basketball fan, like, yeah, can the Knicks do it? It's been so long. It's been 50. I think we're closing in on 50 years here and another year or two. So, you know, that's my first, you know, big storyline that I'm kind of looking into.
So one I got is finally, maybe, possibly seeing the first back-to-back since the Warriors. We having a team in the Thunder that could possibly try to solidify themselves as a potential start to a dynasty.
They're still the best
Because
team
of
in the
how
league.
They're the best team in the league, just re-signed every important player on their team. So they're going to have this squad together for, at bare minimum, 3 to 4 more years, bare minimum. And they just won. And they're just running it back. So I feel like, and they're bringing in guys like Nikola Topic, who was injured all his rookie season. And so, like, it's just like, I think this team just could really set some, like, starting spikes into the ground for maybe a historic run that they can go on into the future.
And I like what you said about Topic, because it's like, this dude is actually of a very high basketball skill, and he kind of just gets to ease into it. You know, he kind of got to sit back last year, got a free ring for no fucking reason. And now he kind of gets to ease into a championship squad. Like, that's insane. And a lot of people are like, oh, the Thunder resigned all their players, they're in trouble. But, like, they still have all their draft picks. So literally they can just recycle their fucking depth with just their draft picks alone, their exceptions, all this other shit. So it's scary. I mean, and they won a ring in my opinion ahead of schedule. I didn't have them winning last year. I still thought they were a little young, still inexperienced, and then they fucking won. So that I think they're in for at least two more, unless something crazy happens. But yeah, this is gonna be fun. That I agree with that one. What you got, Cam?
All right. Well, crazy, man. I'm going right with it, man. I'm going right with it, man. Is Anthony Edwards Ant-Man going to take over as face of the NBA? Like, literally. I mean, listen, right now we got Tatum out for a whole season, basically, right? We got Kyrie Irving out, right? But he is going to dominate most of the feeds right now, right? He's already box office. He's already Showtime. We're gonna have new body Luca. You understand what I'm saying? We already got the MVP coming off of his title match. His reference is there going to be a repeat. You understand what I'm saying? We already know that he's going to be in form. I'm talking about Shea. But what I'm looking forward to see if there's actually going to be a changing of the guard. I want to see if he's going to be able to take these guys a bit deeper. I want to see what he put into his bag. He was a bit quiet in the offseason. You understand what I'm saying? I seen him in different places. He looked in shape and different things like that. But I always look forward to what he brings back into his bag, as everybody or he doesn't want to actually claim it. His play, you know what I mean, dictates that he is stepping into that realm. So
Speaks
that is
volumes.
what you know what I mean? That is what I'm looking forward to, man.
Yeah, and
Is he the guy?
I'm looking forward to the days that he don't have to play next to Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert, man. I think like I can't wait till he's on a team that like makes sense and doesn't have a bunch of like fucking weirdos next to him, man. I can't wait for that day. And people got to always remember that he's young. Like people were shitting on him
Hmm.
for getting
Yeah.
locked down by the Thunder last year and all this other shit. Like I think he turned 24 already, or he's about to turn 24.
Yeah, he's about
Like it's insane.
and
So we're literally in for at least 10 more years of this dude, God willing, of him being in his fucking prime. So like, that's why I'm patient. I don't want to say he's taking over the league this year as the face of the league. Just because he's with a bunch of idiots and a defunct franchise. So we'll see what happens there. But
I've
another
listen,
oh,
man.
go ahead. Sorry.
Oh, no, no, go ahead.
I've been speaking praise on Anthony Edwards for the last 2.5 seasons.
We were
This
big.
whole
We were big 2 seasons ago, man. We hit on that one.
Mhm.
all of our listeners know I've been on this guy's side for this whole time. I think he easily, especially with Tatum out this year, and we were mentioning guys that are out, he could easily become a top five like definitive spot in this league because like you can
You can
say
argue
who your
fifth.
top
You can always
five
argue
is.
fifth. Yeah,
Yeah, with Embiid fully out of here and shit, you can kind of argue who that fifth spot is. I think he can definitively take that shit. I think he
I
already
agree.
is. I think you could easily say he could definitively take that. Maybe if there's like injuries on his side and stuff on like as far as like other teams and shit, if he can maybe somehow get this team to the finals since he's gotten into the conference finals now,
Mhm.
that I feel like twice. I feel like if he can get him to the finals, that definitively puts him in a
Yeah.
tier that only
And
a
that's all and that's all I'm talking about. Like, because
Yeah.
he is like the
Fair.
reference that you made, Tom, was OKC shutting him down. You understand what I'm saying? Like, he plays for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He is one player. So they have to develop together, even though he is going to get better. What it is looking like and what I am looking forward to is how much more leadership he develops. You understand what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
What does he do when he faces the double teams? You know what I mean? By a team that is defensively sound and defensively oriented. You understand what I'm saying? Instead of just trying to run into a brick wall. You understand what I'm saying? So these are things, you know what I mean, that I am looking forward to seeing that I think
Yeah.
is going to carry him over the next hump anyway. So it's not like I'm not looking for him to actually Minnesota to win it. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? What I'm
Right. Right.
looking for is for him to take
Yeah.
over.
I
You
hear it. I
understand what I'm
hear it.
saying? As the face.
And it's
You
crazy
understand what
because
I'm
you
saying?
have that
And
take
if the
about
momentum
Anthony
carries.
Edwards. I have that take about
Mhm,
another guy,
mhm.
Victor
Mm-mm. Uh
Wembenyama. I cannot
oh.
wait for this season.
A French
Wemby.
joke.
Yeah, I think he has that potential too. If he just stays on the court all year, he's going to have one of the best seasons of all time with how he plays ball. He has a decent supporting cast this year. It's at least better than it was last year. Young, fast. It's nice. They kept De'Aaron Fox. They're going to have Harper off the bench, which is crazy. It's insanely good to have someone like that off your bench. I think that the Spurs with Wemby. I know I kind of jumped ahead of the ball last year. I think they're going to be up there with the powerhouses in the West, and I think in a playoff series, if Wemby can get there healthy, he's damn near unstoppable. It's going to be very interesting to see how teams actually stop the Spurs, especially because the thing that I loved with Wemby and De'Aaron Fox, I know it was a small sample size. It was a really small sample size that we got out of those two, but it was night and day difference. When Wemby didn't have De'Aaron Fox, he was sitting there chucking threes. You know, he wasn't going in the paint, being a
Man, I
beast.
love you.
De'Aaron Fox with how he slashes, with how he gets to the paint. You know, I need to see more of that from Wemby just down there. How am I killing you? What part of that?
No, nah, man, because it's 82 games. Nah, man, listen, man, I love it. I've been trying to be kumbaya. You see the plants is behind me and stuff now. Like, you know what I mean? Like, this is the situation.
What did I say that was wrong?
I'm trying to chill. No, listen, and that's what I'm saying.
Powerhouse.
I specifically focused on Anthony Edwards. You should specifically focus on Victor. You understand what I'm saying? Like, not the Spurs.
Well, but here's the difference. Okay,
no, I don't care that they gave him the money. I don't care that they gave him homework. Like, I love Dylan Harper. Okay.
Wemby has the ability with this team to absolutely take over and win some shit. Anthony Edwards is never winning with Julius Randle and Rudy Gobert by his side. I don't give a shit what you say.
That's not what I even brought it up for. That's not even what I'm willing to argue. San Antonio, man, get the fuck out of here,
How can Ant become the face of the league if he ain't gonna win a fucking championship?
Listen, he's going to listen. It's on Minnesota. He's in contract mode. It doesn't matter. Long as he continues to develop and starts to sniff more and more winning, it is going to be time for them to shit and get off of the pot. It don't matter. You talking this crazy. You talking this crazy shit like it matters that he's in Minnesota. We are seeing a star being born in a place where most stars have gone to die any fucking way. So he's not going to bring it in Minnesota. What do you mean? He doesn't have to win it in Minnesota to become the face of the league. He just has to totally fucking dominate.
On a fucking run, which he's not going to do. So,
listen, man, get out of here, man. You same dude that y'all talking dynasties after people win one fucking championship. Like, get the fuck out of here. No. That's how. Sorry, I love Victor. Go ahead. But the way that you just said that they can put some shit together, you know what I mean, and actually win it, I believe you're crazy. That's all I'm saying.
They're a more sound of a team than the Minnesota Timberwolves.
I don't care. That's not what I'm arguing. I'm arguing that you're crazy thinking I'm not putting Minnesota up against them. I think you're crazy thinking that San Antonio can do something just because Victor is going to be healthy with the people that he has.
You also misinterpreted what I said because I said they can hang with the powerhouses. I never said that they were better or in that realm of powerhouse. I said they're up there.
Yeah, I'm not comparing Minnesota. I don't think they can do shit. I think we're going to still see them develop.
But you understand what I'm saying? Like, how can Anthony Edwards become face of the league if Minnesota's not going to accomplish anything?
Real quick. Minnesota has now made it to the conference finals twice. Also, LeBron. Then comparing LeBron to him is crazy. LeBron didn't win shit in Cleveland until he went back to Cleveland.
When he carried that bum ass team to the finals, was he or was he not the face of the league officially at that point?
Was he not the face of the league?
He was up there. He was in contention for it, but when he took that team to the finals, it was no doubt.
You don't have to win a ring. All I'm saying
is he came into the game as the face.
Right. You don't have to win the ring to take the face of the league. But also, real quick, Thomas, when you meant win it, do you mean win the title or just go on a run in a bunch of games?
Just go on a memorable run. You know what I mean?
All right.
That's what flipped me, bro. You said win it.
There was a disconnect there. I felt
you said
even though the Timberwolves made the Western Conference Finals last year, no one believed they had a fucking shot. So that to me is not a run. You know what I'm saying? Like, they didn't do nothing special. They beat the matchups they were supposed to. The Lakers had no fucking chance against them because they didn't have nothing in the paint. And the Warriors lost Stephen Curry, and they also didn't have nothing in the paint. So the Timberwolves were just there on fucking borrowed time because the Warriors should have beat them. And in my opinion, I felt like if JJ Redick was a little bit better, I thought they could have schemed something to stop the Timberwolves. But shit happened.
And also, real quick. The shade at me is crazy, Kev. The shade at me is crazy. If they win a second, it might potentially be a start of a dynasty. Possibly you're strong there, then you just gonna.
I love y'all, man, but I don't. No, listen, I only piped up because he said win it. No, I don't have a problem with what Matt said. I just said comparing it to a dynasty. So listen, you said when you said win it, and that hit my head at the same time. I'm like, wait a minute, man, what are they doing right now? Don't do that fast. We haven't even played a game yet. The season hasn't even
No,
started
sure,
yet.
but like
I
Wemby
can't.
though, in my eyes, Wemby is one of those players that if they get into playoffs with all the injuries elsewhere and all, it's just like what I explained with the Timberwolves and how they got to the conference finals. I feel like if Wemby's hard to stop alone. He's one of those
Yes, he
players that
is.
can really will a team somewhere. I truly believe
He
that.
is. But everybody his size or a little bit less always have injuries.
Yeah,
You understand what I'm
and then
saying?
that's why I said we'll
And
see.
never reach
Yeah,
their full, you know what I mean? And I'm not wishing that on him, but it's just, this is data. You know what I mean?
that was
We
cool.
work numbers. You know
I
what I'm
love
saying?
arguing
Like,
with
you
you,
know
One
what I
man.
thing
mean?
I
Like,
will
that's all.
say,
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
didn't even speak about the Spurs yet. The
Mm-hmm.
one thing I am very excited to see is at every point in the game that Wemby's on the floor, he's gonna have either Castle, Fox, or Harper to be his running mate. Now I feel like
Mm-hmm.
that's super special.
Yes,
Where
they're
at
going to
any
get
point you're gonna
better.
And
have
I feel
somebody
like
that
it
Yeah,
can
was
they're going to get
really
better.
cool by their front office to like kind of see that like Wemby's perfect running mate is someone that could just fucking run the floor, like literally and
Yes.
figuratively, like
literally.
run the floor.
Be- because he actually has like a geometrical advantage by
Yeah.
just how tall he
Yeah,
is.
and the
So
fact that
if
he
you
could
have
shoot,
somebody that can,
yeah,
yes, if you have somebody that can run, you know what I mean? Like it's fucking crazy. It's a crazy
yeah.
anomaly. You know what I mean? By how long he is, that if you have somebody that can run with him, he's always, oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
That is
yeah, yeah.
that is a cool thing. You know what I
Does
mean?
does
Like
anybody
it's a
else
really
have
cool thing.
any takes? Because like I feel so bad for our football listeners that like we get to
Um,
talking about basketball and it takes up most of
Because
the
this is
episode.
real
yes,
quick, I'll
yes.
just do one that
Mhm,
I don't hear a fucking. This isn't anything I'm looking forward to. This is a warning.
mhm.
All you motherfuckers out there talking about the Lakers ain't shit. They got DeAndre and Drake Laravia, this, that, and third. I'm just saying, when it's 50 games into the year and we are have at least 30 wins, 35
Yeah,
wins, and you
yeah,
saying, "Oh, the team's stacked. LeBron got a stacked team." Nobody was saying that before the season. I don't want to
yeah,
hear shit. Oh, but he has Luka, he has
yeah.
Ayton. Nobody's talking good on Ayton. He has Reeves. Nobody's
Bro,
talking good on Reeves after the playoffs.
Can you hit the
I
horn
don't
on
want to
that
hear
one?
shit.
You can hit the horn for yourself. Thank you.
Luka's gonna
Yes.
have such a fucking generational fucking year. He's lost the weight. He's in. I hear he's been taking a lot of fucking defensive help from other players that play defense and coaches and shit like that. Like I don't know, man. Like I'm not even close to counting the Lakers out. I feel like they can contend with the Thunder if they make the right moves at the trade deadline. I think that's what it's going to come down to for some of these other teams is making those moves to be able to stack up. And you never know, like
Mhm.
some like God forbid, like Shea could get hurt. J Dub could get fucking hurt. Like some Chet could get hurt again, and that could really hurt them
Mhm.
this time.
Mhm.
But you know, it's basketball. Kim, you got anything else, or
Yeah.
you want to move on?
No, I agree. No, we can move on. I agree with y'all
Hell
100%.
yeah. So
100%.
top
Mhm.
5 wide receivers currently in the NFL. Let's flip it over to back over to football. I'm gonna kick this off because I think I got an interesting one. So number one, it was tough for me because while I was doing the research for this episode, I was flipping back and forth between our top two. I think we already know the top two is
Mhm.
Justin Jefferson, Jamar Chase. I was kind of
Mhm.
flipping back and unless there's new believers for Puka, which is cool.
Mhm.
Puka's my number 3.
Mhm.
I love
But
Okay.
Justin Jefferson
Mhm.
and Jamar Chase, I flip back and forth. But I think I gotta go Justin Jefferson at 1, just by a hair, man. What he's been able to do with how many fucking quarterbacks he's had at this point, how it's been disgusting how many that he's had. Like
Mhm.
he literally got the end of Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold. Like
Mhm.
he's gotten all this like craziness. It's always a different quarterback. They always got a new scheme running going on. Now it's fucking Carson Wentz. Like this is
Mhm.
insane. I think Justin
Mhm.
Jefferson is one, but just by a hair. Like I think Justin Jefferson on the field, I think I would fear just a tiny bit more than Jamar Chase being at number 2. Number 3, Puka
Mhm.
Nacua. I think as Matt Stafford's number 1 guy, which is crazy because Devontae Adams is on the team, which makes them
Mhm.
super dangerous. I think Puka Nacua has
Mhm.
blown by anything that anyone has really put him down with. Because coming in the league, he had no hype at all. And then we know that rookie
Mhm.
year that he got injured last year, still almost got a thousand yards. And then this year he's already off to a hot start. Number 4, I got
Mhm.
Amonra. Just putting that out here. The things that him and
Mhm.
Jared Goff do on a week-to-week basis is nuts. He has so many touchdowns already so far. And then
Mhm.
number 5, it's not CeeDee Lamb, fellas. I'm sorry. It's not CeeDee Lamb right now. I would have him at a safe number 6, but number 5, I got to give a shout out to the dog, Nico Collins. Might be an underrated pick, but he is a dog. He is a powerhouse. He is to be feared with that football. And I just cannot
Mhm.
wait for that Texas team to just get somewhat of an O-line, because CJ Stroud and Nico Collins is going to be exactly what you see with a lot of these other duos around the league, like Burrow and Jamar Chase, Stafford and Puka, Amonra and Jared Goff, CeeDee and Dak. I think they're going to be that once they get that O-line. But real quick, before you guys move forward, did you guys see what CJ Stroud said? I'm glad I reminded myself of this. About
Mhm.
how he's fucking 23 and he already feels like he's regressing.
Mhm.
That's such a
Mhm.
terrible thing to
Mhm.
say, bro.
Mhm.
Like, honesty,
Mhm.
cool, but like, he's like, yeah, man, I'm
HR
just watching my high school highlights, and I'm not as fast, man. I'm regressing a little bit. Like, what?
HR
Mhm.
pulled him into the office immediately.
I thought
They
your
were
best,
they were
yeah, like, bro,
their
your best
PR
years are
team,
ahead. Like, have that mentality,
Mhm.
bro. What are you talking about?
PR team was
I
not
lost so
having that.
much faith with him after that. But go ahead, my bad, my bad.
But that's that O line got him feeling like that.
Well, yeah, I mean, you
That's a
get
fact.
hit enough, yeah, you gonna slow the fuck down.
That's a fact. And he's not the quickest guy anyway. You know what I
Nah.
mean? He's
Yeah.
big. You know what I mean?
But I thought that shit
Well,
was
it's quick.
crazy when I saw that storyline. It was like
Um,
early morning. I had to rub my eyes and just roll back over.
you want to go, Cam, or you want me to go?
Sure, I'll go quick, man. Because listen, I'm gonna keep it current. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do one of
Top
y'all
five
because
wide
we
receivers so
now,
far this
yes,
season.
sir.
Yeah.
Right now in the NFL this season. Now listen, it's kind of cool because this guy definitely has broken the list, you know what I mean, in the top 10 over his first 3 seasons, as Tom so eloquently highlighted. But he is actually number 1 in the NFL right now
Okay.
in Puka Nacua. You know what I mean? He got already half a stat. He got 503 yards with 42 receptions. All right, number 2, we're gonna go to Jackson Smith and Jigba. All right, now listen, it
Ooh,
seemed like you was kind of making a
he's
joke of Sam
smooth,
Darnold,
man.
you know what I mean, when you was giving your take because he was throwing it to Justin Jefferson. But at the end of the day, we see that, I'm telling you, I got New York on. I've been in that gang green gang for life. You understand what I'm saying? We fucked him up, okay? Sam Darnold was always good. You know what I mean? He just didn't have anything to work with, okay? So we are seeing the product of it right now because, man,
Yeah, that
Jackson Smith and
Seahawks team
Jigba
is
is,
definitely spicy, man.
listen,
It's
man.
definitely
Listen, he
spicy.
got 402 yards on only 26 receptions. He got half, basically, the receptions that Puka Nacua got and
I'm
only 100
finally
yards
seeing
behind
the
him.
vision that the Seahawks had
Yes.
put in place.
Yes,
Yeah.
bro. Absolutely. Number 3, though, we got to go with JJ. You know what I mean? Doing the Dougie, man. He's still, you know what I mean, with, you know what I mean, the gritty, excuse me, doing the gritty. Even though, you know what I mean, he's got these different quarterbacks in the latest Carson Wentz in there. You know what I'm saying? Like right now, he's still on pace. 22 receptions, still 326 yards, right? That's 3. Then we got to go to number 4, the young boy out there in San Diego. He's also one of the reasons why Justin Herbert looks alive and back in his Oregon days. You know what I mean? Quentin Johnson is killing it right now. You know what I mean? With only 22 receptions, he's in the high 300s, over 330 yards. All
That
right.
was a good
And
backfield.
now, yeah, absolutely, man. Now, we also going to go with the last one, man. Listen, my guy, right? My guy. Even though Justin Jefferson is down bad here and there, Garrett Wilson, man, is right there at 311 yards.
Woo.
That's what I was
You
thinking about
understand what
too.
I'm saying?
I mean, he's
With
having he's
27
having a decent year
receptions.
with all the craziness that the Jets come with. So
Yes.
yeah.
He's solid, man. He's solid, man. He's
Hell
solid.
yeah. I fuck with the
Okay.
list. I fuck with the list.
Okay. There we go.
All right, so for me, number 1, I also have Puka.
Okay.
I talked about it a week or
Now, is
2
this
ago.
current or
Right
is this
now,
just like in general?
this is a mix.
NF.
Okay.
Mix.
All right.
Okay. Okay.
'Cause the thing is, so this is current,
Mm-hmm.
but I also do have CD Lamb right now, so this is in general.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
I got Puka just because he's probably my favorite out there right now.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's kind of like that mixed bag of favorite plus who I think
Mm-hmm.
is the best. He's
Yeah.
just he's a force to be reckoned with out there. He's
Mm-hmm.
super young. Yeah, he had that injury last year, but
Mm-hmm.
Thomas even said he still almost capped 1,000.
Mm-hmm.
Second, I got Justin. It's just like he's that motherfucking guy out there. Unless like something terrible goes wrong in this man's career, I feel like he's gonna be that guy for a while. Um, Jamar Chase also, whether you got Burrow on the field or not, this guy's just gonna make a memory out there, and motherfuckers just need to be watching for that memory. After that, I got Amon-Ra. Right now, he has 6 tutties in 4 games. If he can keep up this pace, he can he can break that damn record. Do I think it's going to happen? No, but he can break that damn record if he keeps the pace. And then yeah, F5 I got CD.
Okay, I ain't mad at that at all.
So let's go to a different ranking for football. Your top 5, and this
Did
is
you just
now this would be interesting because I think this
Mhm.
could spark some debates, maybe. But your top 5,
get yelled at?
sorry. All right, your top 5 quarterback wide receiver duos of all time. Who wants to lead that off?
I'm gonna get yelled at, but I will. So real quick, I want to throw some honorable mentions out there. I got so this is so who I'm leaving off, except for one team or one duo that I'm about to name as an honorable mention. All these duos, they had to win, man. That's one thing that
I
like
would hope that's what we put on
yeah,
there
like
too.
they
Winners,
had to win.
proven winners.
So I
hmm
got Matt Ryan, Julio, like
hmm
phenomenal, putting up numbers,
hmm
ran us to the ground almost in a Super Bowl. But then I got Big Ben and
Great.
Antonio Brown, man. Off the field, no. On the field, yes.
Yeah, like we,
Um,
yes,
and I got
yeah.
Stafford and
hmm
fucking Calvin Mega. It's just didn't get out of a fucking first round in the playoffs. It's tough. Then
Okay.
this one hurt me the most because I feel like if we had prime him, there would be memories to
Great.
legends to talk
Yeah.
about,
Yeah.
memories to speak. But Brady and Moss, man, this
Okay.
is the first season
When
there.
legends link up, it was nice.
Yeah, it's Legends link off.
Yeah.
Moss was supposed to be heading
Uh,
towards out of the league in a couple seasons. He then puts up the greatest season of all time, arguably. Then Stafford Cup, Cooper Cup, Triple Crown King. You feel me? They did win one, but injuries ruined this. That's really all this was. Injuries ruined this as being a great duo. And then Werner and Fitz, man. Larry Fitz. But so those are my honorable mentions. Feel me?
Okay.
Let's get down to the nitty gritty. Let's lock in. Number 1, I got Joe Montana, Jerry Rice. Along with the stats, them being 2 top fucking 5 players of all time,
yeah.
along with championships, it's just perfect. Number 2, I got Peyton Manning, Marvin Harrison. It's just like senior. It's just like, come on, man. Yeah, they only got the 1 ring, but them 2 together have the craziest stat lines ever. It's ridiculous. They played with each other for a long time. It's ridiculous. This next one, bias pick. I'm gonna say it right now. Bias pick. Brady Edelman. Just the most biased pick of all time. They got 3 rings together. 2 rings? Think they got 2 rings together? Either way, I love them. I feel like fucking Edelman's one of my favorite slot receivers of all time. He's just little shifty motherfucker out there. Bias pick 100%, not gonna lie. Next I got Patty and Tyreek. Short lived, only got 1 together, but when them 2 were on the field together, they were amazing. Second to none when at the current time in the NFL. And then 5th, just because of sheer given quarterback is not up to par with the rest of the ones I said as far as like all time rankings, but sheer success is overhauling this in my opinion. Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin. Michael
Yeah,
Irvin,
I was hoping that
dog,
on my list
man.
was
Michael
a
Irvin is a fucking dog. One of my favorite players of all time. So that's my number 5.
okay.
Yeah.
Cam,
Not bad at
you
all.
want to yell at me for that list? Because I felt like
No, listen, you was so listen, all I want to say is I would have thought that I love your honorable mention because one of the people on the list that should be on everybody's list, Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison have the all-time touchdown record at 114 touchdowns. And half the time,
yeah,
Ben Roethlisberger and Antonio Brown had 74 touchdowns, right? Your other one with Tom Brady and Randy Moss, he threw 23 touchdowns to him in one fucking season.
First season there.
You understand what I'm saying? So it's kind of crazy. I love your list so far. Like I'm gonna be honest with you, man.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, the list was all right. But listen, man. You want me to go? Because half of them match. You know what I'm saying? So I'll kind of go with you guys real quick if you don't mind. So the Joe Montana Jerry Rice connection is going to be first because of the 2-time Super Bowls. You know what I mean? The 2-time Super Bowl winning. And the 67 TD connections. All right. Made fans fall in love. All right. Number 2. But they only had 67 touchdown connections together, right, y'all? So
Yeah.
follow my list real quick. I'm kind of trying to put a pattern together. I said the last one already. We're going with Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison. At 114, that is kind of crazy. They are one of the reasons why timing is what we preach or what we love to see in the NFL now. They were the definition of timing because at the end of the day, there were some deficiencies that Peyton Manning had towards the back half of his career, and they purely relied on that, and it was a beautiful poetry, right? Number 3, I'm going with Troy Aikman and Michael Irvin. All
Okay,
right,
all
3
right.
Super Bowl wins. Listen,
Damn,
that's
on
great.
everybody's list. I
That was
thought I was like
Oh
sneaky
no,
with
that's
that one.
that's that's a
No,
great
no.
call. That's a great call. Listen, man, then I'm gonna give y'all another one that's kind of crazy to me, right? We got to go with Steve Young and Jerry Rice. We talking about numbers. They had 85 touchdowns together, boys. Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, that was a dynastic run. All right. Now listen. For number 5 for me, all right, it was very short-lived. You know what I mean? And I actually want to give a shout out to this brother, man, because we saw, one of the most, I would actually say, dangerous players in the NFL
Dak
go
Prescott.
down. Not at all, man. I got to go with Patrick Mahomes and Tyreek Hill.
Yeah.
Hell
Right.
yeah. Hell yeah.
That was
So
a
we only had one
crazy.
different one.
Listen, 53 touchdowns together, average 15 yards per play when he played with that boy. It didn't last long, but it changed everything.
Okay, we only had one different one, and mine was the bias pick with Brady and Edelman. Okay.
So mine,
All right.
so mine is kind of similar. I'm in the range. I shouldn't have any surprises. Maybe number
Mhm.
1 is a surprise. But I'm gonna start with number 5. And I'm sorry to put them so low because they were freakishly nasty. But I got Peyton Manning and Marvin Harrison Sr. at 5. The reason why I got
Okay.
them at 5 is because they didn't win as much as the other duos that I have.
Mhm.
And
Nothing wrong with
that's
that.
nothing against them though. Like
Nope.
they're up on the top 5 of all of our lists with just 1 ring.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean? That's special. That's special alone.
Mhm.
Number 4. Oh man, this was tough, but I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelce. Listen,
Okay.
you
I ain't
got
mad at
the
that.
Tyreek Hill, and I love the duo. I was actually watching their highlights last night, and they were almost on my list. But then I thought, these motherfuckers got 3 rings together, and Travis Kelce has always been Mr. fucking reliable. Mahomes and him are always, somewhere important, doing some important shit together. So number 3, I got Troy Aikman and Michael Irving. I thought
You guys ate with that?
I thought I
But
ate with
somebody
that.
was going. Oh.
But
Oh.
if you guys have you guys watched the Netflix documentary yet for the Cowboys?
Mm-mm.
So listen, I'm not a Cowboys fan. I never will be. But that documentary is so fucking amazing and so awesome. It literally helps you understand why the Cowboys built up to be, America's team. And all the adversity that they had faced in those first few years when Jerry Jones bought the team, all of that. It's like 8 episodes, which is like 2 episodes. It's like 6 episodes too much for me because I can't sit there and watch Dallas Cowboys like that much. But it really encapsulates this duo and how reliable the two of them were on that fucking football field. Like the way that Irvin talks about Aikman specifically in that documentary, you'll completely understand why I have them at number 3. But number 2, I got Montana and Rice. I know, not number 1, crazy.
Me
Which
too.
in all reality, when it comes to Tom Brady, or my bad, when it comes to Joe Montana, when it comes to Jerry Rice, both of them made each other some of the best players in their categories of all time, like top 3, both of them. Jerry Rice is probably the number 1 wide receiver of all time. Montana probably number 3, number 2, wherever. We're not going to argue.
I know
about
who
that.
he's picking.
We're not arguing about.
I know who he's going with.
I
know who he's going with.
Number 1, Tom Brady.
Tom
and who?
Gronkowski.
Yeah, I got Gronk, man.
I wasn't thinking tight ends.
Nothing wrong with that. That's not. Once you said Travis, I kind of figured where you was going. That's fire.
I would have put that if I saw that.
Damn, yeah, I did.
I like it though. No, I like that, bro. What's up? That's
my bad.
That's not bad though.
I'll
that's not bad,
even
though you said wide receiver.
Stupid. You guys know I'm good at that. But I'll go with Tom Brady and Gronk because it's like Not only did they
Yeah,
win in the
I ain't mad at
Patriots,
that.
they ran that shit back in Tampa Bay. Like Gronk is a fucking monster. He's the
Hmm.
Terminator on the field. Like that
Yeah.
duo, no matter what bullshit receivers that they would put in there sometimes, Gronk was always
He
like
bail his ass
if
out.
if
Hogan,
Tom Brady needed
Hmm.
something when all else seemed to fail, Gronk was
Yeah.
always there with a big fucking catch somewhere.
How
And
Billy
can I
like,
Billy.
disagree with that, bro?
yeah, and my bad. Yeah,
Yeah,
you
so
guys
we
are
I
right. I
fucking.
watched
don't
that.
know. I'm off a
You
beam.
think I would have put Brady and Edelman over Brady and Gronk if I knew?
Like word.
My bad, bro.
This dude.
Yo, the fact that
I
Kim
was
knew I was about to do something stupid is hilarious.
Yeah, like Brady and Gronk.
when you said
You-
when you got to when right
yeah,
after
you went
you
two
said
tight
Jones
ends.
and Kelsey, I was about to be like, all right, once he's done with his fucking list, I'm just gonna call flag, man.
Yeah.
Not the flag. Oh my god. Matt's throwing a flag. All right, but to move on, we got to run down some of the current day NFL stuff.
Hmm.
What are your
Absolutely,
top
yeah.
3 week 4 reactions? I'll lead this off. The first one
Okay.
is a take that I've had like every episode for the last 3 years. Shout out
Okay.
to Jared Goff and Detroit Lions football,
Oh,
man. It is beautiful.
What?
It is poetry on the field. I will say it, I will scream it. The Detroit Lions, in my eyes, I think are the best team in football. Until let's see what shakes down in the playoffs. But for right now, they are a well-oiled machine, just fucking everybody up. I'd like to see them dominate the Packers the next time that they play them to kind of wash away that defeat from Week 1. But I think a loss to the Packers isn't the worst thing in the world. It's a divisional matchup. Packers were off of a lot of momentum. It is what it is. But number 2, I think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, they kind of even helped me further with my belief that I think that they can make a run. Yes, did they lose to the Eagles? Yes, wasn't an ugly first half. My biggest thing was that second half. They are the best team in the league at second half adjustments, and I think that will help them as they get deeper into this season. It's ridiculously night and day how that team looks in the first half and second half, and I love it. Like, you love to see a team that can adjust. That's a team that wins important games when it gets tough, unless you're like a ridiculously talented team like the Eagles. You just run over everybody. But the last one is that the Atlanta Falcons are a dangerous football team. When Penix actually gets to throw that ball, which we talked about last episode, we said, yo, he needs to unleash that football. He did, and they beat the Commanders. I get it. Marcus Mariota is a fucking trash bag. He's running that team right now. But it was good to see Penix let that fucking football loose. And I think if they can do more of that, if they can focus more on that offense, I think that team is good, because don't forget they have a defensive-minded head coach, so that defense is always going to be doing things. Those are my takes.
funny. We just met. Me and Kevin were just talking about that last week. That you just
Mhm.
gotta let him throw the fucking ball, and guess
Yeah.
what?
And
He
that
did
team
that.
looks
Yeah,
different. Like,
it
and it could
worked out.
just be that the Commanders suck. That's all it could be right now. We don't
Could
know.
be.
But if they let Penix throw that football, good things are going to happen.
Fucking, I'll go because I'm gonna be quick with mine. First off, Homer, Christian Gonzalez is back.
Thank
Christian
God.
Gonzalez is back. Makes our defense look even better. We love that.
Mhm.
We love that.
Yeah, man.
Secondly,
Shut down Bryce
just,
Young.
okay, secondly, it's just more injuries. More injuries. Fucking Lamar Jackson, Namani Mugaboy, whatever the fuck is I can never say that last name.
Mhm.
Humphreys, Nate Wiggins, Smith, like Ravens near future, next 5 weeks, looking kind of iffy. Looking like they might have with all these injuries. You don't know when some of these guys are coming back. It might, be a little middle of the season dry spell, but hopefully they can get all their guys together and come back. And my last one, Seahawks look like fucking fortune tellers by upgrading to Sam Darnold and sending Geno Smith away. That boy has 6 interceptions in the last 3 games. And given, I know he's doesn't have the greatest pieces around him to get him going, but god damn, they sold on him at the right time.
Fair
Okay.
enough.
I'm going. All right, mine is light. You know what I mean? I'm going with the Jaguars. Listen.
They looking okay,
Uh
man.
yeah, without a
That head
question.
coach got them moving, man.
Yeah, straight up, straight up.
Duval.
Besides what San Fran was able to do last night, you know what I mean. We're going to stick to, you know what I mean, like that, because that's a part of this week, right? So
Right.
we'll go with the Jaguars, what they were able to put together. That 2 picks was really good. Really Devin Lloyd, you know what I mean. We're getting these players having multiple defensive, you know what I mean, big plays, you know what I mean, per game now. It's kind of dope, you know what I mean, for this season. I'm also going to go with what happened in New York, man. How come ain't nobody say nothing about that, man? You know what I mean?
I don't
The
want to
inception
brag,
of
man.
yeah, but no, the inception of Jackson Dart and the loss of Malik Neighbors. You know what I'm saying? Both of them basically had to say it was scary for Jackson Dart initially
Yeah.
too. You know what I mean? Not knowing what was actually going on with him. So you know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. The defense looks well, but at the end of the day, man, I don't
Neighbors
know
didn't
what to say.
deserve that, man.
You know what I mean?
Oh,
Like
yeah.
Prayers.
literally.
I hope he comes back next year and is a fucking demon all over again.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go with kind of Matt kind of shouted it out a bit, but I'm gonna do it different. I'm shouting out Jason Myers, you know what I mean, who actually ended up saving the game. You know what I mean? When it was kind of not supposed to go that way. 28 seconds left, man, 52-yarder. You know what I mean? To send Seattle with another W, man. So it's kind of looking good. Exactly like Matt said. That trade.
Yeah.
Los Angeles wanted Gino to be there, with the old guy. You know what I mean? Him and Pete have a good relationship. I think that they probably would have taken Sam, you know what I mean, being younger, you know what I mean? But they already have a relationship. So at the end of the day, you know what I mean, it actually is something that worked out for Sam.
Yeah, 100%.
And my last take on the whole week is fuck ties in football, bro. Like I think it is so
It was a
ridiculous that
great
you could
game.
play a
Yeah,
whole
that was
long
such a
ass game like that. One of the best games I have ever watched as a
yeah.
fucking football fan, and that's hard to say because
Like
it's the fucking Dallas Cowboys.
Bro, I
like
was
they're just
at
gonna
work.
start puking or throwing up or doing something crazy because they
Right.
played, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, man, like 40-40.
another
That's so underwhelmed. That's like everyone was just like, oh fuck. I mean,
Yeah,
like,
I was at work and I was just hearing all of the notifications on my AirPod
mm-hmm.
of you guys in the chat, and I was like, "Oh, I'm missing a crazy game."
just for it to end in a tie, and it's like, I mean,
Yeah,
why did I waste my time? You know what I mean? Like it's fucking
That's stupid.
insane. But looking forward to week 5. 2 things that you're looking for. One hot take. My first one is listen, Lamar Jackson is out. He's gonna most likely. I think he'll at least miss 2 games. I think the Ravens need to steal this one or the next one if they want a chance this season. Yeah, Lamar
Mm-hmm.
can come back. The team's talented. They can come back on a little run when he comes back. But they got to get another win on the board, man. Like the AFC is talented. Like the AFC is gonna start running away. I mean, we saw this. I don't know if I think it was 2 years ago when the Bengals, missed the playoffs after a slow start.
yeah,
It's rough. Like you can't slip up too much in the AFC because no matter how good you are to end the season, there is a chance that you will miss out. So I really, it's Cooper Rush.
Mm-hmm.
It is what it is. You feel me?
Yep.
It's a lot of beat up dudes. The defense is one of the worst, if not the worst ranked defense in the
Mm-hmm.
league. I think they're 31st or 32nd. But they got to pull it out, and that's what I mean. Like Jim Harbaugh, if you are a good coach, you got to pull this out, bro. You got the pieces there. You got to fucking fix this nastiness because at the end of the day, we're just wasting another fucking Lamar year. And I get he's hurt now, but 1-3, and it's not on him. He's
Mm-hmm.
performing his ass off out there on the field. That's why he got fucking hurt.
yeah.
So. The second one is I think, Justin Herbert, he got to wake up. He got to ball. He got to start putting some fucking, monstrous games together. I think that game against the Giants was a joke. Then this is why people don't really take him or the Chargers seriously because Justin Herbert always pops up and the Chargers always pop up with some real trash, stinky ass game or they string some stinkiness together. And it's just not good. Like, I want to sit here and praise Justin Herbert, but it is very hard because we always get to this point where he looks good and then he just hits a fucking brick wall out of nowhere. So I want to see him rebound this week. I want to see him fucking have a good game, and let's see what happens. And my hot take, Matt, you're gonna love me on this one. Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. I was right last week about the Giants. I think the Patriots are gonna win a very sneaky matchup in Buffalo against the Bills. I think that the Patriots, they're on a high right now. They've been working on their team all year. I think Drake May is gonna come out on primetime television. He's going to throw his ass off. He's trying to look good for the cameras type shit. He's going to have a big game. And I think, what happens with the Bills is when they have these competitive games against teams that aren't really as good as them, they flounder a little bit. They have some embarrassing losses in the last few years. They're normally better when they're the underdogs, trying to outgun, a Patrick Mahomes or, a Joe Burrow or et cetera. I think the Patriots, as their divisional rival, they're going to come in with all this steam and momentum, and I think they're going to slap the Bills around a little bit. That's what I got.
Ooh.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Well, my hot take is also the same, so I'm just gonna run mine real quick. Run through. I'm a homer. I got it.
Okay.
So first, I'm gonna start off though is I think probably game of the week is going to be Eagles versus Broncos. That's going to be a defensive stalwart. I love what both of those teams got, so I'm just really looking forward to those guys going at it. Next, I also kind of have another similar take, but it was more or less. I think this can be the perfect opportunity to get CJ Stroud out of his fucking box and get him trying to get some consistency and continue just getting some fucking ranks up again, but with fucking everybody being out on both sides of the ball for fucking uh Baltimore, I feel like it's a gimme. They gotta fucking take it. If they don't, it's looking bad.
Yeah,
And
it's
then
one of
yeah,
those games. Yeah, I agree. This is one of those games that CJ Stroud got to grab it by the balls and be like, "Yo, I'm
he
here.
gotta do it, or
We're
else when
still
the fuck
here."
is
Yeah.
he gonna? When is he gonna if he doesn't
Like,
now?
I'm talking about, like, if they're up, they gotta run up the score. Like, no playing pussy at the end of the game. They
Yeah,
gotta they
yeah.
gotta beat their ass.
And then next, I so it was originally this was just going to be one of my regular takes of, or one of my regular looking forwards to of, I want to see the Patriots continue their good
But
defense.
you started to believe it.
May out there, but no. Then before the episode, I was like, nah, fuck that shit. May's gonna go out there, gonna go fucking head to head with Josh. I just want to see how that's gonna go. Divisional matchup. It's always a good games in our division as far as going head to head. So yeah, I got Patriots taking it.
Okay. All right, bet. Damn, we kind of aligned a little bit.
Ooh.
But let me go with the first one that I'm a little bit out of the box with. The first one I'm out of the box with is I'm actually looking forward to the debut of Dylan Gabriel in London
What a first
with
game to
all of
have.
these,
Like,
like
that's
Right?
crazy.
literally, right? Like with all of these things set up for him to have like some artificial difficulty, right? He's
Yeah.
overseas, different, you know what I mean?
Artificial
Different times.
difficulty. I like
You know
that.
what I mean? Like,
We're
yeah, look,
coining
real
that.
talk. So
We're
yeah,
coining
so let's
that.
wait to see.
I
Let's
like
wait to
that.
see what happens. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of crazy, bro. Because if it doesn't go as planned, you know what I mean. Everything you already know that how it is over there in Cleveland. You know, people are waiting for the impending doom to see if Shador really has what it takes, right? But let's see if Dylan can actually do what needs to be done. You know what I mean? He looked good in the preseason, and he was second for a reason. So let's see what's going on
Okay.
there.
I fuck with it.
Second, yeah, second. I like what Matt picked up. That was pretty obscure. I thought I was going out of the box with that though, but I really love the Broncos Eagles matchup because I want to see what Denver's pass rush does against Philly's O line. You know what I mean? Is they going to actually restrict Jalen Hurts? You know what I mean? To check downs and cuts. You know what I mean? Taking away that run pass balance that they have not been
Hell yeah.
able to get together at all yet. You know what I'm saying? And for my hot take, check it out, y'all. It's real simple. B. John Robinson isn't just a running back. He's also Atlanta's best receiver. You know what I mean? He might be the first running back,
Okay.
right, that we start comparing to top wide receivers weekly.
Whoo!
Wow.
I'm telling you,
Okay.
I think so. You
I fuck
understand what
with
I'm
it.
saying? Literally, right? And why? Because the way that they force feed him, he's always flirting with 100 yards and is guaranteed 100 yards just on volume alone through run pass.
Right.
Something that we'll talk about later when we do our betting section.
And yeah, and I say let's honestly dive right into that with our betting. So
Mm-hmm.
I'll update the standings next week. My apologies, guys. My apologies, guys. I
Mm-hmm.
didn't collect the standings. But that'll make it, more interesting to see exactly
Mm-hmm.
where we are. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
starting off. I think the Eagles are gonna cover the spread. I think they win by more than 4.5.
Mm-hmm.
Defensive stalwart, whatever. I think Jalen Hurts is gonna body the Denver Broncos. I don't think it's gonna even be close. Number
Mm-hmm.
two, as part of my Patriots beating the Bills, I'm not putting that on my betting slip, but I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
say Stephon Diggs is going to catch a touchdown in that game. The next one
Oh,
I have is I
okay.
got Patrick Mahomes over on his throwing yards. I think
Mm.
he's going to start throwing this ball now that, he's getting more comfortable with the wide receivers around him. And I got the Titans pulling off an upset, and I actually want to actually bet on this over the Cardinals. Listen, I
Mm.
watched the Cardinals. I think they got lucky enough to bring it to OT at the end of the game, but I want to run back everything that I said. I think the Cardinals are a little doomed when it comes to what they got going on. I know Kyler and Marvin Harrison found themselves at the end of that game there to push it to OT. But when I look at the offensive play calling, I look at the defensive play calling, I look at everything going on, I just don't think that they're there. And I think Cam Ward, after calling out his team and calling them ass, I think they gonna come. I think they gonna come and get a dub. It's football,
Okay.
man. Like they come on.
Okay.
That's a bunch of grown men that just got called ass. They gonna go out
Yeah.
there and
By a rookie.
they're gonna fucking try and hoop, bro. I can get win or loss. They're gonna be out there trying their fucking hardest. And
By their
yeah,
rookie leader.
I
You
got the
understand
fucking
what I'm saying?
Titans, brothers.
Okay. All right, bet. Mine is all player props. Let's get busy. All right. So real quick. So for the first bet on what I went with, guys, was Christian Kirk over 51.5 yards. All
Cool.
right, my take for him was Christian Kirk, is their most disrespected weapon, man. Number 2, we going with Brian Thomas Jr. over 53.5 yards. Number 3, we going with Bijan Robinson over 91.5 rushing and receiving yards. All right, those are all 3 player props. This one is a money line. All right, for the money line one, I'm going with the Lions, who he has been bullish on minus 10.5 over the Bengals.
See,
I think they're gonna put belt to
thinking
ass.
that, man. I was thinking to do that, but I was like 10.5.
Nah, they're gonna put belt to
Yeah,
ass.
The way they played the last 2 games,
I think they will. But
yeah,
I'll
they
start
don't like playing.
off. I got Dallas getting the spread minus 1.5. That's at a negative 115. Then I got money line. We already talked about it. Thomas talked about it. It's a dangerous bet for sure. But at plus 320, I got Patriots money line. Then I got Eagles that would getting the spread as well, 4.5, minus 4.5. I feel like that's easy. That's at minus 104. And then I got for the Ravens and the Texans, I got under 40.5 points.
Okay.
That's at minus 110 right now.
Yeah, especially since dude's regressing, he might come out a little slow. You know what I mean? Another quick take though before we get into our final segments here. The Cowboys, when they get CeeDee Lamb back, they might actually make some fucking noise. Like, listen, no, I feel crazy. I feel absolutely insane for even talking good on the Cowboys. I know it was just a tie, but they showed a lot of heart in that game. It's honestly more heart than I have seen from the Cowboys in a few years. That was an insane performance. The way him and Pickens were able to finally, really connect together. I think once CeeDee Lamb comes back, it's going to be a dangerous offense.
Yo, Ken.
Yo.
I know what I think. I think Tom's just slowly becoming a Cowboys fan.
Yeah, it sounds like it,
right? I don't know.
We flying, bro. I just don't want to talk about AJ Brown and all the bullshit. We 4-0, man. I don't want to talk about the bullshit.
I can respect that. Are we doing a fucking dirt road, fucking 100-meter fucking race? Or are we doing a fucking Dynaco 400? Like, what are we doing?
Who's the better racer?
Who's the better racer in general?
What are we talking about? Lightning McQueen.
We got to go with. Listen, man, y'all tripping, man. It got to be the OG, man. What are you talking about?
Yeah, I think. Listen, Matt. Listen.
It got to be the OG, man. He used strategy to beat faster cars, right? Literally.
What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna destroy the whole Lightning McQueen narrative right now. Right?
He turned Lightning McQueen into the racer he was, right?
Very true.
Listen.
Very true.
Listen to what I'm telling you. Now, try to get fly if you want to, Matt, but his career was cut short due to a crash. Understand me.
Oh, I know.
Watch what I do to you real quick.
Ain't gonna be nothing.
Who is your favorite coach of all time?
My favorite coach or the best coach?
The best coach of all time.
Fucking Phil Jackson.
All right. In the NFL.
Oh, Bill Belichick.
Okay. Do you know that he became the greatest coach of all time and his career was cut short at Wesleyan University, but became the best coach of men? So this is what you have to think about when you think about Doc.
Quarterback of all time. Anyway, keep going. My bad.
When you think about Doc and you think about Lightning, okay? Now, you got to see the flash that Lightning presented through what Doc showed him. There we go.
Yo, listen, I'm gonna put this whole Lightning McQueen debate to bed, bro. I'm putting it to bed.
Dirt. Please get the fuck out of here. If we really talking about it, why the fuck is Strip?
He was untouchable, bro.
Over here.
He was untouchable, bro.
Strip got 7 of them things too. Strip was holding it down for 30 plus years. because Doc wasn't in the fucking question. All these new guys were coming up. Guess what? Strip was running
That crash, bro.
Doc should.
Crash.
That's
Until
on
one
Doc.
person, Lightning
Yes.
McQueen, came up and he wasn't the same.
Guess
He
what?
had to get pushed by Lightning
Three
McQueen
seasons-
across the finish
For
line.
3 seasons, Gilbert Arenas
Yes.
is putting up 28 a game. Does anyone think Gilbert Arenas is great? Get him the fuck out of here. It was
Listen,
3
no.
seasons.
Listen,
But he didn't leave that way.
know,
what I'm not gonna let you do,
He
man,
left because he stuck somebody up in the gym.
is I'm not gonna let you disrespect the Hudson Hornet, bro. Because first off,
Thank
if
you,
you
King.
really want to be serious about it,
Thank you. King.
Lightning McQueen had easier competition.
Thank you.
Doc
If
was
we wanna
out
be
there with
serious,
no rules,
we
on the
gotta be
dirt,
serious.
any day, any night.
Thank
Doc
you,
Hudson
King.
showed up, then he crashed.
Doc
Thank you,
But,
King.
tapped out at about 120 miles an hour. Get him the fuck out of here.
Bro.
Lightning
Thank you, King.
taps out at
Doc,
220.
bro, Doc
I don't
taught
give a
all
what
these
shift you
dudes
wear.
how
I don't give
to
a
ball.
where you're
There is
Lightning
no
McQueen is
NASCAR
fucking
without the
Doc.
Hudson Hornets.
I'm trying to tell you, bro.
He got at minimum 7 of them things. It's iffy what he actually has because the flashbacks show a bunch, but at bare minimum, my boy got 7 of them things, tying with my boy Strip. So I don't give a fuck about that three-peat
Bro,
that Doc
Lightning
hit.
McQueen's best competition was fucking Chick Hicks, bro. The nasty ass Chick Hicks. Nasty.
Oh, now we want to use competition. Are you validating the competition? Because I know somebody who played against way worse competition, and we call him a GOAT. So please don't hit this.
Bro,
competition.
Lightning
don't mean-
McQueen
only 3
came in, and you're
He would have never reached.
Strip Weathers and Chick Hicks was his biggest competition. They tied, right? First ever tie.
Brothers held it down
First
for
ever tie.
35
First ever
years.
tie, right? Chick Hicks only championship came because Lightning McQueen wanted to cross dude over the fucking finish line, right? Right? That's his best competition, right? The dude with the fucking Mickey Mouse ring. Yeah, Chick
So
Hicks
what?
with the fucking Mickey
Thank
Mouse
you.
ring.
Thank you.
No,
Thank you, brother.
fuck out of here. The only reason motherfuckers didn't look good is like LeBron in the East because Lightning McQueen was running
Right.
through them, bro.
Well, no, let's
Listen,
go. But then
the
let's
Horn-
go. But let's go. Let's go. Let's go to Cars.
The
3.
Hornet did have 3, brother. The Hornet did have
And
3.
Lightning McQueen made the sport soft. He made the sport
Moved the
soft.
radiator springs and chilled out. Didn't do shit. Nobody remembered him. Fuck out of here.
Oh man,
Bro, Lightning
disrespectful
McQueen.
ass young nigga.
soft in the league as well. If you watch Cars 3, you would see that
Oh,
he's all buddy
Yes.
with
Oh,
everyone.
and he
Like,
became a mentor
you know,
to
they're
the next
they're
up.
passing around
What?
championships
What?
happily.
What are we talking
Fuck
about?
that, bro.
What are we
No.
talking about? He became one of the best mentors of all time with Cruz, bro. Cruz also got 3 of them things.
Bro,
What are we talking about?
bro,
You're muted.
but-
You're muted, Kim.
we go back to what Kem said. The Hudson Hornet was the best on the track. He had to be stopped by an injury because, you know, he went flipping and shit.
You're just talking about
Exactly.
what if at this point.
But
Oh,
he's
he could have
also
got-
the best coach of all time. Bro,
Yes.
he made Lightning. If Lightning McQueen,
He made Lightning McQueen.
yes, bro. If Doc
Yes.
Hudson didn't put him through them trials that he put him through, he does not become the man
Yes.
that he became today.
Lightning McQueen already had some. though,
Lightning
before
McQueen
he
was an asshole who blew it. He blew it in the final race of the
He
season.
just had
didn't
natural
fucking get tired.
Yes, he just
didn't
had the
stop and
natural
get tired
talent.
when he knew. If
And
he
guess
would have
what?
gotten
Yeah.
them tires,
When he
he would have
got- when
kept
he got
making them
caught
mistakes,
by
bro.
Doc,
He would have kept
He
making
then
them
he
mistakes.
became the best ever.
No,
He
He
became
tried to
the
use the
one-
natural talent. He
No more.
tried to just use the
Doc
natural
Doc
talent.
gave
bro.
him the
Look how far
mentality.
Doc-
Doc made him a
It got him
dog.
to the top. Just natural talent got him to the top. Then yeah,
Doc said turn
Doc
left while
won.
you turn it right. And Lightning
And then
McQueen
he
ain't know
became
what the
the
fuck
best
he was
ever.
talking about.
7+ Piston World Cups. Fuck out of here.
And the league was soft.
Nah, fuck out of here. Because Cruz is now running through that league too, and Cruz is a dog. She's on that. Fuck out of here. Bro, I can hear them laughing out
Bro, Dex texted the chat.
there. I
Oh
can hear them laughing
man.
out there.
No, we gotta do that more, man. That was fire. But all right, man, come on, let's get out of here. We're over time.
All right. So
Different or
yeah.
not?
What
Let's
am I
hit it.
doing? Built different or not? Built different or not?
Yes.
All right. So I'm running it different. I'm running it different. I want you
Okay.
guys to decide if these positions in sports is a built different position. If you got to be built different to do this position, you feel me?
Okay. Yeah.
So I'm starting
Yeah.
off with shortstop. You feel me? Take up a large area of the field.
That's a great question.
Feel me?
I think
Mhm.
so, because I mean, some of the most iconic players are players that played shortstop so well. I
Mhm.
think with all the competition that there is at shortstop right now, I mean, you look at the top 5 shortstops in the league, they're up there on the actual play, best players in the league.
Yeah.
and always have been.
Yeah, exactly. So I
And
definitely
always
do
have been.
because like you see with Anthony Volpe right now, who's underperforming. Like if you underperform at shortstop, you're getting fucking cooked. Like you're
Right.
getting trashed. So
Mm-hmm.
like
Mm-hmm.
Francisco Lindor struggles for like a month this season, and Mets fans and everybody was like, "Fuck this guy."
Yeah.
So I think
And
shortstop's the
listen,
most talented player on the field, debatably.
thank you.
Yeah.
And the most value aside from the pitcher. I'm gonna be completely honest. In baseball, as it's taught, I believe you understand what I'm saying. Shortstop, aside from pitchers, is absolutely the most skilled. Should be the most skilled. You know what I mean? Defensive player. So they definitely have to be different.
All right, so we're going with built it with different.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so next up, I got for American football for our foreign listeners, kicker.
In what aspect of just kick off or
Kickoff.
field goals?
Kickoff.
For just
Both, right?
kickoff?
All. It has to be all.
No,
Okay.
because no, at the end of the day, yeah, because
Sometimes
he
they
just saying because I think he's trying to
Well,
specify. That's
sometimes they
why.
bring in a different
Okay.
guy for punt. Sometimes they bring in a different
No,
guy.
I hear
Yes.
you. I hear you. Yeah. I
Uh-huh.
don't think so, man. I never thought kicking. I mean, like, yeah, you have to like kick accurately and shit, but I feel like most people could do that with practice. You know what I mean? So I don't think.
I'm good at kicking.
Yeah.
I'm a good.
Like,
I ain't had
Dude,
much practice.
like I feel
yeah,
like you
no.
put any three of us. If you put any three of us in a in a field for a day and was like, okay, kick until you make the
day?
field goal. Like, I'm pretty sure we can end up at least somewhat
Oh,
okay at
one,
kicking it
just
through the
one.
fucking
I could
goal.
make one. I can make one in an hour, but one
That's
doesn't mean
funny.
I'm good.
Yeah, man. Like we'd have to do that every day.
But
Yeah.
that's what
You
I'm
know what I mean?
saying. Like to
So,
be like a quarterback or a wide receiver and shit, like you have to have been doing that shit for years.
mhm.
So what do you
Okay.
think, Cam? You say different or no?
No.
Oh,
But I don't want to demean them, but you know what I'm
okay.
saying?
Fuck
They're
those
not
guys. They're
different.
burger
Yeah.
flippers. No.
All right. So next up, shooting guard.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah.
I mean, but that's the
Yeah.
thing, because like that's the difference is I feel like every position in basketball, just because being a basketball player in general is so fucking hard.
And it's
Mhm.
positionless now at this point
Yeah.
too.
But like, dude,
But
so
that's absolutely not true. It seems
Well,
like it, and that's why I'm mad. When we get into our next episode, I can't wait till we hit some more NBA because I had some stuff for that.
My
I think the
bad.
people, nah, listen, for the people who actually got the most to prove. You understand
Okay,
what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like real talk. Who the most pressure is on. Now listen, real quick before we deviate, you can cut it if you want. But listen, man, just think about it. If you think about Houston's actual team, they're running with two bigs. That's not positionless. You understand what I'm saying? And how they're actually trying to
yeah.
frame it anymore. They're not trying to, you know what I mean, play the small ball lineups, you know what I mean, in
Yeah,
total
yeah,
perimeter.
you're right.
You know what I
Actually,
mean, like type
I
shooting.
just I don't think that NBA will truly ever be quote unquote positionless, because at the
Right.
end of the day, you're still gonna have a guy that's getting the most assists. That would
Mm-hmm.
be like, your point guard, technically, if they're
Mm-hmm.
getting that many assists. You're
Mm-hmm.
always gonna have the shooter on the floor. Hopefully you have, shooters on the
Mm-hmm.
floor and now, and you're always gonna have the tallest guy who's gonna be the center. So I don't think it's ever truly
Mhm.
gonna really be positionless unless a team
Mhm.
comes in and like they across the board everyone's getting the same amount of rebounds and the same amount of assists and shit, because there's roles no matter what.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
And or if you have like a team, like you got to think about it. Why the Lakers would always like, because we didn't allude to this, but wait, we didn't allude to this, but that's another reason why the Lakers are always going to always be in contention as well, with like a Luka, LeBron centric like front court. You understand what I'm saying? They're bigger than everybody else. You understand what I'm saying? They can always like either one of them can control the tempo of the game and have you outsize and have to match up for that.
Right.
You
Yeah.
understand what I'm saying? Like purely because of size.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, it's a funny, fickle thing, you know what I mean, that I do believe, you know what I mean, you do have to have a strong two guard, because at the end of the day, what happens when LeBron or Luka takes over and there isn't like a, you understand what I'm saying, like a lob threat, you know what I mean, type of thing happening.
Consensus?
I'm going, yeah. I'm
Yeah?
just going, yeah.
Okay. Next up, running it back to baseball.
Oh.
Like Fab once said, when the starting lineup ain't playing right, I'm coming off the bench with you. Pinch hitter.
DH. Yeah.
Nah, I think just
Pinch
pinch hitter. Yeah,
hitter.
that's tough. Cause like I feel like cause like to be sitting on the bench all game, not knowing when your number is gonna exactly get called, there's no plan for it. You just got to be fucking ready to jump in against
Yeah.
the other team's probably best pitcher that they fucking got. I think to be a successful pinch hitter, I think you got to be different, bro.
Yeah. Both of y'all?
Agreed. Yeah,
All
that's
right,
Yeah.
copy. And I already know the answer to this one, but I just had to throw it in there. Again, for my foreign listeners. American football, the quarterback position.
I don't know,
yeah.
man. I feel like you could. I feel like you could. I feel like anyone could just throw a ball to somebody. Like, come on. It's like, no, I'm not.
How about that? He was just saying it takes years of practice.
I'm fucking around.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All
no,
right.
you have to be
Yes.
different because all the like.
Yeah.
I feel bad for
Yes.
some of these quarterbacks because it's like
Yes.
all the reads you got to make on the field, plus all the plays
Mm-hmm.
you got to remember, plus like
Mm-hmm.
you got to always be thinking about what's the best possible solution, and then like you got to look at the O line and fucking get chased around everywhere. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. So those are
Yeah.
some different positions. You feel me?
Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
Easy.
So that being said, we're gonna get out of here. We hope that you guys enjoy this episode. If you do, leave a like, subscribe, leave us
Mm-hmm.
some feedback. You guys been leaving us a lot of feedback on X. The hope is that we're gonna get, these other apps moving and booming and growing and glowing. That's crazy. Where the fuck did I come up with that off the fly? But
Booming, growing,
that
and
being said,
go.
subscribe, leave some feedback. The baseball playoffs are cooking so far. Hope you guys enjoyed my little solo there. Basketball, we're less than a month away, guys, and that's where we thrive and shine in is some good old basketball talk, and I cannot wait. And obviously the NFL season's going to keep going, but we have a lot of ideas on the horizon. Make sure you guys stay tuned. We appreciate everyone, that, we all get randomly hit up or people just walk up to us like, yo, you got that podcast, we fucking love that shit. And
Keep it
we're
coming.
going to keep producing. So make sure you guys get in tune. Peace out.
Yeah.